run it from here, but we'll see. Hey y'all, I am. Hey y'all, it is your friendly neighborhood unicorn, Queen of Shabby. I'm here real quick to do a couple lives. I'm on Twitch over here and I'm on TikTok over here. I've been getting a lot of people asking me how to get in touch with me and help and support the GoFundMe and all of that. So I don't know how much of a I guess I'm gonna start doing story times or something when I have the time, because in a little bit I have to make some more phone calls and stuff and catch up, catch family that don't know up on what's happening and everything. But again, I'm safe. The kids are safe. We're all safe together. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna drop something. Please don't drop anything. I can see. I got my glasses. Haha. Just in case I need to see the chat, and I can't because it looks a little funny. But I should be able to see the chat on Twitch on my laptop over here. I could have hooked. I really could hook my laptop up. I'll worry about that later. I don't know when. I know tomorrow I got a lot of stuff and running around to do. But excuse me. But hey y'all, welcome in. Hey y'all, welcome in. Child, at the end of the day, it's nighttime. I keep looking back like I can't believe my house is gone. But here we are. I am. If you are in the Columbia, South Carolina area, and you or know of Columbia, South Carolina, and you know of any resources or organizations that I should reach out to that might be able to help, please let me know. You can drop it in the comments. If you're on Twitch, you can drop it in the comments. If you're on TikTok, you can DM me. But if you know of any resources, even if it's, like something that's not state specific, if there's something nationwide that can help with trying to find resources or how to get a place to stay. I just started working, so I'm still bugged out about that. Just like I just started everything. When I tell y'all I'm starting over, it's wild how starting over I am. I just got divorced, coming out of a very turbulent relationship that I really didn't know was as bad as it was until it was over. Until the mask came off, honestly. But until it was over, and I'm sitting out. Me and my kids are at my cousin's house now. AJ's back home with me today. His friend brought him back home, and I'm just like, "Hey, Pat, cuzzo." Man, look. When I say people have been coming through and people I hadn't heard from and forever have been reaching out, and I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, no false or fake stuff. People that just like genuinely heard about what happened and was like, how can we help? They've come up trying to help me and the kids. People have been reaching out asking about the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe is in the title. If anything, if you cannot donate to the GoFundMe, please share it. If you know any media outlets, any news outlets, any philanthropists, any nonprofit organizations, any nationwide organizations or resources, please tag them. One of my most recent videos is matter of fact, I need to post up the other video because there's a video of me going into the house. I think I could probably, I know I can get the YouTube link. I can post the YouTube link. I'm not sure if I can post it on TikTok from my laptop, but if you're following me on Twitch, I'm live on Twitch right now. My name is Queen It Shall Be on Twitch. My name is Queen It Shall Be on TikTok. So you can go on TikTok and see the video, because I was recording a phone conversation I was having with my the father of my children when the tree came down on our house. And my room was where me and two of my kids were. My oldest son, it was my oldest son and my daughter, my youngest son was at a friend's house, and that day when he left, I recognize a testimony when I see one. I know I have a testimony. I know I have a story to tell. I know I'm living through a lot. There's things that happen in my life that are so incredible, nobody believes it until they see it. And I've had witnesses to everything wild that's happened. I've had witnesses of when I first met my birth mother and how wild that was. I was cutting class when I met my birth mother. I was cutting school when I went to the beach with my boyfriend at the time. And there was a woman that was staring at me. I was in the water. She's sitting off, and she and whoever she was with, they sitting there just staring at me. Here I am. I'm 16 thinking cocky. Well, I must got it going on. You know what I'm saying? I was in a day glow bikini. And I did cut school. And not for nothing, I had I'm in a day glow bikini. But anyway, and she comes up to me after we about to pack up and go, and she was like, listen, I know, I'm sorry if this sounds weird. I'm not trying to be weird, but do you know who your mother is? I know of my mother. I know the woman that raised me that I'm living with. I know that's my mama. But she was like, she said, no, your real mother. I said, I know her name. And she said, well, I'm her sister-in-law. Do you want to meet her? If you weren't there to see it, you wouldn't believe that that's how I met my birth mother. On a beach in Brooklyn. Through her sister-in-law. Now this. If I hadn't been recording when the tree fell. Unbelievable. A tree took my house out. And I posted up the video on my Twitch channel. I don't know if I could post a link in TikTok. I really don't stream. I don't go live much on TikTok. I'm just really starting to get any like really, I don't know. But a tree fell on my house. It's on my TikTok posts. It's on my Facebook. It's on my Instagram. The moments that it happened. And then I went back yesterday and I got to see it in the daytime, because this was at midnight when the tree fell. Midnight Friday on August 15th, my baby brother's birthday. A tree falls on my house and destroys everything. Except the room that me and my babies were in. Me and my kids were in. My room is untouched. One of the only rooms in the house. Kitchen is gone. If we walked up in there yesterday, and you'll see it on the YouTube video, I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it. So we moved into the house in 2017. Of course, we accumulated a lot of things over time. I don't have renter's insurance because I got a new landlord in February that never sent me any paperwork. All I got is a text message and a link to a portal where I can make payments and put in maintenance orders and stuff like that. Even on the portal, there's no lease. They sent me a text message saying that I couldn't get a lease. Now, this was last week, that I couldn't get a renewed lease until I paid the balance. I had fallen behind because the divorce left me in shambles, because right a year a year before, a year before, a year before my ex-husband left, he started working, and he was like, I'm gonna take everything off you. You held the family down for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? You was the breadwinner. Now let me do it. Let me take care of y'all. Let me do da. And I let him handle everything, and he wasn't handling shit but fucking his property manager that he was working for. And I found out he turned into the most monstrous, meanest person. He was always a little mean, but I guess I chalked it up to that just being his personality or whatever, because he was really, really nice, and then he really, really mean. And I didn't know what being in a narcissistic relationship wasn't, none of that shit. So it just kind of just I was just trying to be a good wife and whatever. So I let him take over everything. Year later, he talking about he hate this, he hate that, he hate me, he da. I'm pushing him to be with another woman and shit like that and wild shit. Tries to fight my son and leaves. After a whole year of me leaving everything to him, kind of found out he wasn't paying the rent. He was leaving it to me, and I'm like, how you leaving it to me when you not giving me the money, and you doing this and this and this, and every time I try to do something that and I just fell behind. So fast forward to February, now I'm trying to figure everything out. I got this new landlord sending me text messages. I don't even know the name of the business. I try to call. No one, everything is through text. And I'm like, where are y'all at? What is y'all name? What do you do? Like, what do I, whatever. At first, when they sent me the portal, I thought it was a scam. Because I'm like, I'm not signing up for this. And then I clicked on the link and I went to the portal because I'm like, okay, I'm stuck. They sent me nothing in the mail. And I mean nothing. Nothing. They got, I put in a maintenance order to have the plumbing looked at, because the plumbing stopped working. Come to find out, they had lead pipes underneath the house. The house was built in the 60s. There was a lot of issues with the house. But so long story short, I couldn't get renter's insurance. I got divorced in April. Once I got divorced, I went through my insurance company for my auto insurance, and I had rental previously or whatever. Hey boo, I'm live. It's AJ. Nah, I'm just letting you know. Oh, you just came out here to dance and bother me? Oh, okay. So I went and I went to take the ex off of everything after the divorce was finalized, and after I had the paperwork on that, and I was like, okay, I wanted to just have just me, because I couldn't pay for two people on full coverage, so I had to just get me, and I took him off. And was like, okay, let me go ahead and get the rentals. And they were like, okay, well, let's get a lease. I didn't have a lease because the new company never sent me a lease. I had nothing. Hey, Vicky. Yeah, I had I didn't have, so long story short, I didn't have a lease. Couldn't get renter's insurance. Been trying to get some information, address or whatever. So now I started working in May as a program director for a performing arts summer camp. And so after working them 2 months, now I got some money to put on my rent. Hey, how do I do this? Now they had hit me up and I was like, yes. Now also I was trying to get assistance, and I couldn't get assistance without a lease. So I'm like, because I had assistance before and had the rent paid off and stuff like that, but this time I couldn't get it, and I had no lease. So I'm trying to thug it. They're being patient and everything, but they're being patient because I don't know them and they don't know me. I'm just in this house. I'm still keeping up with my electric. I'm still keeping up with the water. I'm still paying all my other bills that I can, but I couldn't afford the rent because it was high, and I needed to keep the things that were immediate on, and they were working with me, right? So then now it's, what was it, Monday. I'm like, okay, well, can you give me an address so I can put in so I can send a money order or something like that? Because I wasn't comfortable with putting my bank draft information in, because if they wanted to bleed my account, they could and still kick me out because I don't have a lease. So I was like, all right, I'm looking at the time. I'm like, I'm trying to get this done before the 15th so I can, and I sent them a text message. I said I could put, 1,000 on it. I was planning on putting down 2, But I told them I could put down one, and even if it was going to drop me in the hole, I was still going to do it because I have to keep a place to stay, right? I hope I'm really not getting bit up, but I feel like I am. So because I need a place for me and my kids to stay. So on Thursday, I was about to press the button because remember I have access to the portal. I'm about to press the button to pay the $2,000 on the rent, and I kid you not, something said, what if you and the kids gotta abruptly move? Could you pay this $2,000 and still move if tragedy struck? And I said, no, I couldn't. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm just thinking negatively for nothing. Let me stop thinking it. When I sat on that button for hours, trying to figure out, do I press it, do I don't press it or I don't press it. And then I hear, starting Wednesday, I started hearing my mama's voice. My mama been gone since for 21 years, and she still sends me messages in my dreams. I'll hear her voice, I'll feel a tap on this shoulder, and I know I need to have my head on a swivel. But every time I hear there's a leak in this old building, every single time. I heard it right before my ex-husband left. I heard it right before tragedy struck in my other car. I heard it right before some other stuff. Every time I have to make a move I don't want to make, I hear it. Matter of fact, speaking of my ancestors, I had a dream, how I found out, it's on my TikTok video too, on one of my TikTok videos, how I found out that my husband was cheating. I was trying to go to sleep, and I had a dream. No, I didn't have a dream. I was trying to go back to sleep, and I heard "get up," and I heard my mama's voice say "get up and check the phone records," and that's how I saw the other woman's number, and that's how I figured, and all that came up, right? So anyway, I say that to say my ancestors send me messages, especially my mama. That's why I have this tattoo on this shoulder, and I have her name on my back on this side. So anyway, so I hear there's a leak in this old building, and now I'm getting nervous, and I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? So I said on Thursday, I was like, nah. Couple hours I'm sitting on it. I had just set up my desk in my room the way I wanted it. I was ready to stream. I was ready to work. I was ready to hold everything down. I'm able to, pay my rent and make sure me and my kids are safe. I can get my kids to work. I can get my kids to school. I can get them home. I can do I can do all that, right? And I'm like, no, I think I need to keep this money. This little 2,000 I got, I think I need to hold it. So let me just go ahead and hold it, right? I'm in good standing, but I was asked to stay on after my after the summer camp, so now I have a permanent employment with a great company with great support and everything. And I'm like, okay, let me just hold it, and I wasn't thinking, maybe not necessarily if I had to move, but like, what if my vehicle goes down? Can I get everything I gotta get? So I determined, no, don't pay it. Friday comes, my house is gone. Had I paid that money, because they're not going to give it back. Why they going to give it back? I don't even know who they are. Why would they give the money back? I would just be out of the money. So now I have something to where if I need to, like I said, right now I'm staying at my cousin's house, but if I needed to put down the first and the last months on someplace small, I could. Or if I need to, whatever, I could. So I got something on me, right? And I'm working. So I got that, but it's an enormous amount of things that are missing. Just my daughter's whole room gone. Kitchen gone, living room gone, dining room gone, my daughter's room gone, my home office gone, half my son's room is gone. My back porch is gone. All of the yard is gone. Gone. We were trapped in the house. Fire department came fast and broke us out. I know I got bit now, because that wasn't on my pants. I know I did. I just killed a bug. I know I did. That is the worst. But so I ain't gonna be out here too long is what I'm saying, because I'm over here like very, very much nervous. I hate bugs. And oh hell, even all my bug spray gone at the house. Anyway, went back to the house yesterday, and it is the equivalent of, and I can say this because I've been in a car accident and then I've gone back and seen the vehicle, of seeing what you live through. And I broke down. I almost passed out. I didn't know that my youngest son had went back to the house because he was going to try to get stuff whatever he could, and he, same thing, saw it and frozen, damn near passed out. I tried you can't even really get through the front door. I tried to get in through the front door, and all you see is just sky and rubble and leaves and branches. I keep looking at these trees in the backyard like, okay, well, if they fall, they don't look big enough to dead a house. A tree fell on my house. And when I say that, first of all, for it to destroy the house, it had to be a big tree. And it was. The trunk is huge. And when I went back, I saw the root. How do I see the roots? It uprooted. A tree that big uprooted. And now me and my children are displaced. But we have somewhere safe to stay right now. We just gotta start everything over. And what's even crazier is, moments before it happened, my daughter ran into my room because she was scared of the thunder. Hey, Lady J, it is traumatic, sis. It is. I don't even know what to say. I really don't be knowing what to say about it. I just move. No. I was having so much fun. Wait, I think there's a citronella thing. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have returned. And I have on bug spray. I have sprayed myself with the spray of bugs. And I got the citronella thingy out here, so we're gonna go ahead and light that up and see if we can keep ourselves protected a little. But yeah, that's what was I saying? What was I about to say? I was about to say that my oh yeah, so my daughter runs in the room, and I let her stay in the room with me because she's scared because it's a thunderstorm, and thunderstorms are scary, obviously. So I know for certain, had me and him still been together, he would have sent my daughter back to her room. My daughter would have been crushed. And this is something that I found out today when my youngest son got home. That night, the night that it happened, if he wasn't going to his friend's house to spend the weekend, him and his friends had planned to play video games. And where he was going to play them would have been downstairs in the living room on the PS5. And he stays up late. He would have been up. He would have been downstairs. He would have been crushed to death. My son Kavadi would have been okay. His room was relatively untouched as well. But there is some damage to his room, a little something. But Johnny and Nicole wouldn't have made it. And if anything would have happened to them, I just remember fighting through in the rain, in the pouring rain, fire department trying to get us out the back door. I'm fighting through woods and falling trees and trying to make a hole for my daughter to get out of because she's in a cast and on her leg. They got her crutches, but I'm trying to lead her out. They gave us a flashlight. The ground is slippery because months before they had dug up the front of the house, the whole front yard, like they had excavated and everything to replace the lead pipes and whatever. And I would have just. It's hard not to think about because I know what the plan or what the everyday normally looks like, and any everyday, it would have been. It just. I still can't believe the tree crushed my house. Hey, thank you for the raid, First Gen X's. Welcome, y'all. How y'all doing? I feel a little better than I did. But yeah. Like I said, if anybody, if you can't donate to the GoFundMe, please just share it. I can't even begin to. I know I have recordings of everything that was in my house because I went live so much. I had a. Me and my daughter were learning how to play the drums. We had the drum kit. My kids' pictures. I might be able to. I don't know. They were in a box. They were in a protective box. I might be able to get the pictures of my mama. Oh man. Hey, boo. Right now, ask Kavadi to show you where to get a plastic bag. A garbage bag, and we could put our dirty clothes in there for right now. I just thought about some things that I had made a little altar space downstairs in the living room, and it's got this little plaque that my mama gave me. Hey Pumpkin. Hey, I don't know why I can't see my chat on my phone. Okay, show chat. It's still not showing the chat. I don't know why it's not showing. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why it's not showing the chat, but I got my laptop so I can see the chat on my what you call it. Yeah, I had some things from my mama that I don't know. I can't even get through downstairs. If I wanted to grab anything, I can't. The tree pancaked. It blew the doors open in all the closets. The windows, the whole front facade of the house is pushed outward that way. Because Twitch is... Girl, listen. I can't thank everybody enough. People been reaching out, asking, like what can we do? Send this, and I promise I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm sure people know I'm not trying to ignore anybody. My head is everywhere. I'm everywhere. I have to do. I can't think straight sometimes. And then I'm able, sometimes, when I have little pockets, when I can't lock in, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. There'll be sometimes I just hear the noise. I'll hear the rumble, and I'll just be like, so I'm definitely gonna make an appointment with my therapist. And I have to get therapists and mental health services for my boys. But we'll be working on some of that stuff tomorrow. Get y'all stuff in order. Uh, if you are renting, but get renters insurance. If you have any uh, just be as prepared as possible. One thing I can say is right before it happened, me and my daughter were talking, and I know some things, but I want to be more prepared should an emergency happen. When I tell you, it was minutes before it happened that I was just saying that to my daughter. After my daughter ran in my room, and I said it's okay, and then I was like, well, if and I started talking about the tree because when Hurricane Helene happened, a limb from the tree had hit the back porch and messed up some of the back porch. Now, FEMA was able to help with that because it was a natural disaster and more than one person was affected. FEMA can't help me in this now. Not that I know of. If anybody knows of anything, because, it was because of a storm. And here's another thing. It was a flash flood warning. I didn't get the flash flood warning until after I had gotten to my cousin's house, after my house was destroyed, after a tree fell on it, after the thunderstorm. No problem, Pumpkin. After. That's when, as I'm driving down the road in the rain, doing 30 miles an hour, trying to get to my cousin's house, that's when I get alerts on the phone, on my phone, flash flooding. I damn near threw up. I was just like, people in my neighborhood, they was like, "Oh, we heard a noise, but we didn't know it was that." Yeah, yeah. My next door neighbor, when I went there yesterday, they said they're looking at me like it was just they had just come out the house for the first time in the day, and they're looking like it might. No, they came out because they heard me crying, and they were like, "We didn't know. You can't. If you drove up to the house, you don't even know it's a house. It looks like a the trees are covering so much. You see, it looked like a shack. It don't look like a house. Definitely don't look like what it once was. And I was gonna cut the grass and everything. Don't matter. I was gonna fix up my patio. I started fixing it up a little bit. I started making some little changes. I'm traumatized. Shout out to my kids for being able to make me laugh and smile and stuff like that. But we'll talk and we'll have pockets where we're okay, and then we'll just think about something that we might need, and we're like, oh, it's at the house, and the house is gone. Thank you, First Gen. And the house is gone. It's hard not to think of what would have happened if I didn't make the decisions I made. And like I said, I was talking to my daughter, and I was saying, like, I want to be more prepared. I said, I know in an emergency, I know where to find this, and this. And unfortunately, some of the things that I needed was at the front of the house that we couldn't get to. But there was enough stuff at the back of the house and in my room where there was, where everything was safe, that I was able, when it was time for us to get out the door, I was able to grab one book bag and stick all the important stuff in that one book bag. My son had another book bag. We stuck some important stuff in his book bag. I knew where I could get. I went back yesterday and got the birth certificates and stuff, and I did that because it was in the glitter room and there was water pouring down the glitter room, and we had to get out. The fire department was like, okay, because I still had power in my room, it's like, okay, we're about to cut the power. If you need to get anything, go get it. And I said, okay. And I went and I grabbed my hard drive. I grabbed some other stuff, and then I put it in the bag, and we just, all right, let's go. I had a little jacket on, threw the hood on. I had my daughter getting some of my clothes because she couldn't get to her room, and it was nighttime. We chilling, we in our night clothes and shit. So I got her stuff, and my son was able to get his stuff. He's like, you ready? I said, we ready. And then it was like, all right, let's go. And then we just had to get out. Thankfully, they thought my van was crushed by the tree, but it wasn't. They were able to move my minivan out, and that's how I was able to drive. And my minivan is okay. It's got some damage. I got to call my insurance company. But I've been having to call so many people. I'll be like, damn, I don't know who to call. But yeah. I'm grateful that we're safe. I'm so grateful they were all in my room. Yep. I say that every time I say anything. Even you can see it on the video. Even when everything is going on, and I'm like, and I say everything is going. I said that's all right. We're safe. That's okay. We'll be all right. This is before I even knew that the van was still good to. It'll be back. It should be back right now. It was because the phone was ringing, and I gotta make a couple phone calls. I'll be going live a good bit. Um, just keeping y'all updated on how we are, what's going on. But again, the GoFundMe, the link to the GoFundMe is in the title. Please share it. Tag news outlets, media outlets. If there ever was a time for me to go viral, I know a lot of people think I should have gone viral for him in the game and creating board games for black culture and stuff like that. And I get it, and it'll get there when it get there. But right now, if there was ever a time for me to go viral, it's now. Or anything I do to go viral, it's now. Because I need help. Full stop. Y'all have seen me go through a lot on this here internet. Y'all have seen me go through a lot. And I'm not mad that I chose to, like, broadcast things and stuff, because I know there's a reason why I do things. I know there's a reason why I want to speak my truth and heal out loud and show. Even when me and my ex was together, I used to be like, yo, like, we could be an example of, like, we could really be a testimony. Sometimes people just got to see it. Oh, okay. All right. My daughter just texted me. She's finally able to check herself out and stuff, and she says she thinks she has a cut on her leg. So I got to go check on my baby. I'm going to, like I said, I'll keep y'all updated, let y'all know what's going on. But I'm gonna go ahead and head out. And thank you so much. Share and support if you can. Be careful. Tell somebody that you love them. If somebody's on your mind, reach out. See how they are. Check on your people. Check on yourself. I don't know. I really don't know what else to do. But we're 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 going. Yeah. Yeah. If y'all know any streamers that could spread the word, please do. Or if you know any mods of streamers, please reach out to them. Ask them if they wouldn't mind sharing with their community. Cause I just, yeah. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all. Bye.